Hello Madridistas! Welcome to Madrid Live. When Real Madrid said goodbye to Carlo Ancelotti and appointed Xabi Alonso, it was more than just a staff decision. It was a symbolic moment and change of era. Ancelotti is calm, stable and has legendary confidence in the decisive moments. A man who won the Champions League as if it just was another day in the office.
I don't want to seem overdramatic, but I don't really care what happens here.
Xabi Alonso brings a completely different energy. A young coach who wants not just to win, but to rebuild the style of play, make it modern, faster, more controlled. Today we compare Xabi Alonso and Carlo Ancelotti, playing style, rotation and how they manage the locker room. Most importantly, we answer the question, what has Xabi Alonso already changed in his Real Madrid? For this video I use the Real Live app, all the latest top news and updates in one place. Download the app, link in the pinned comment. Ancelotti is a master of patience. Carlo can stand for 70 minutes with raised eyebrows and not panic. He trusts his players so much that even when things look bad, the plan does not change. Remember the 2014, the Champions League final against Atletico? Real was losing until the 93rd minute. Then Ramos equalized, and in extra time the team just dominated Atletico. Or the 2021-2022 Champions League comeback against PSG, where Benzema scored a hat-trick in 70 minutes. Semi-finals against Manchester City. 2 Rodrigo goals in the 19th and 91st minutes. This is a Carlo style. Patient, and then strike. And the opponent is down. His Real is 4-3-3 on Diamond 4-3-1-2. They may look calm, even a bit sleepy, but in reality they're just waiting for the moment. And when it comes, the stars decide. Carlo is like chess. He sits, he waits, and when you finally make a mistake, he strikes. His team dominates. Raise just a eyebrow, and the game over. Xabi Alonso is completely different. If Carlo is a bit the old school in modern football, then Alonso is a modern generation of coaching. He doesn't want for you to make mistakes. He forces you to make them. Remember, he's Bayer Leverkusen, Bundesliga champion, without a single defeat. 3-4-2-1 system. Pressing across the whole pitch. Wing backs flying, and the team scores fast to take control of match immediately. They didn't wait for moments, they create them for the first minutes. Confidently, methodically, and with understanding. They know how it's done. And this is what Alonso teams are about. Now in La Liga, after just a few matches, his Real looks different. Much play through the middle, aggressive pressing immediately after they losing the ball, high block. In the first round, they scored fast goals and almost suffocated the opponents on their half. You can see Alonso wants his Real not to leave the game decision to the last minute, but to solve it before halftime. Tactical discipline and quick transitions, short passes, triangles, fast vertical transitions, and all this already visible in La Liga. Real Madrid calmly beat Real Oviedo 3-0. Mbappé scored a brace, and Vinicius scored once. The team playing disciplined, went from the defense to attack very fast and had full control of the game. Rotation and squad. Ancelotti always trusted his core players. If he trusted someone, that player played almost every match. This gave stability and understanding on the pitch. Players knew Ancelotti's plan would work, which created confidence in the toughest La Liga and Champions League matches. But sometimes the stability calls a team freshness. At the end of the seasons, Vinicius, Valverde, Bellingham and Mbappé played almost every game and looked exhausted. Opponents used this, increased tempo in the final games, and found weak spots when Real ran out of the energy. Xabi Alonso works differently. From the very first training sessions he showed he likes to distribute playing time and create a flexible team. At Real, players who rarely played before now get more chances. For example, Arda Güler or even backup striker Gonzalo Garcia. And this is not random experiment. Xabi has a clear plan where everyone knows their role. It keeps the first team fresh and also develops the younger and backup players. He places young players next to veterans, and they learn directly on the field. This creates balance between experience and energy, allowing the team to adapt the different tactical setups while staying effective in any game format. Most importantly, rotation and season plans. Alonso develops Plan A, Plans B, and Plan C to involve all available players, evenly distribute load, and keep the team fresh all season. This allows Real to remain competitive in all tournaments and gives young players the chance to shine in the important matches. Role of young players. Xabi Alonso showed from the start that he isn't afraid to trust young players in the key games. In the debut match against Al Hilal in the Club World Cup, he included Gonzalo Garcia in the starting 11. For some fans, it was a bit surprising, but Alonso showed he can probably distribute playing time and give the new generation the chance to play in a real match, rhythm. It worked. Garcia scored his first tournament goal in the first half and became the top scorer of the tournament. Here's a great example. Real beat Borussia Dortmund 3-2 in the quarter-final of the Club World Cup 2025. Gonzalo Garcia opened the scoring after a cross from Arda Güler, and Fran Garcia doubled the lead. Both young players showed they can decide important matches. In the final minutes, Güler assisted Mbappé, who sealed the win. And Xabi Alonso again proved he can trust young players and give them key roles. Under Ancelotti, young players usually got limited minutes in less important matches, while veterans held the main roles. Alonso clearly shows young players are not substitutes, they are part of the team who can influence results now. Locker room atmosphere. Ancelotti was a true father for the team. In his locker room, stars felt comfortable. Modric, Benzema, Kroos knew the coach would listen, explain, and support. The atmosphere was like a family. Mistakes were seen as a chance to improve, not a reason for criticism. Players knew they could trust the coach, which gave stability and confidence in the toughest matches. Alonso brought a different energy. Less warm hug, more energy, discipline, and seriousness. Players must earn their place in the squad, but he always tells them why choices matter and talks to them fairly. Players see the coach isn't afraid to make bold decisions and take responsibility. This motivates the team. Everyone wants to prove they deserve this place. A bright example: Carvajal versus Trent for the right-back position. Alonso wants players focused, responsible, and ready for challenges. Motivation and psychology. Carlo Ancelotti is a true master of calm and confidence. He doesn't shout or put on a show in the locker room, but he always senses the right moment to say a few words that can change the course of game. For example, in 2024-25 Champions League game between Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund, Real was losing 2-0 at halftime. In the second half, Vinicius Jr. scored 3 goals and the team won 5-2. During the break, Ancelotti calmly told to the players that scoring just 1 goal could change the game. Xabi Alonso works differently. He motivates through ideas and clear tasks. It's not just "come on guys", it's a concrete plan. Where to press, how to cover space. In training, he analyzes pressing and fast transitions in detail, explains why these movements are important, and makes players think ahead. When Real first showed their tactical room, fans already were really surprised. They joked and talked about it like they had found a secret lab. I thought we just run with the ball and kick it. But here it's all so serious. This shows that Xabi is already changes not only how the team plays on the pitch, but also how people see the team from outside. Ancelotti gives calm and belief. Alonso gives system and discipline. Two different styles, but both make the team play 100%. Media image and communication. Carlo Ancelotti always appeared calm and confident in the media. Even after hard matches, he could make the mood lighter, raise the eyebrow, smile, and give simple but clear answers to the tricky questions. This took pressure off the team and gave fans the feeling that the club was on the right track, even when Real didn't always win. Alonso works differently in media. He's serious, strategic, and analytical. His press conferences are always structured. He explains why changes were made, what tactical goals the team pursues, and how it will affect the game. Fans quickly understand they are dealing with a strategist thinking several steps ahead and building the club's future. So what do we have? Ancelotti is an era of stability, flexibility, and trust in starts. He gave players freedom and often got magic in return. Those legendary comebacks and wins we remember. Alonso is a new energy, a new system, modern football, control, pressing, rotation, analysis. It's not about who is better. These are two different areas. Carlo helped Real stay in the top. Alonso builds a team that should stay this tomorrow. And the most important thing, all of this is done in the club spirit, with the belief that Real always plays to win. What do you think? Can Xabi create another golden era for Real? Comment below, and I'm already preparing for the next analysis. So subscribe not to miss it. And remember, Real Madrid always looks ahead. Hala Madrid!